Dude.
Good evening and welcome to Let's Talk Shop with Russ. We're back again this week, and I have my granddaughter Millie. The other two kind of like chickened out. I don't know if she's going to chicken out too. I'm losing them
They
all.
stuck around good.
Yeah. Well, I kind of told them it was like for them it's going to be boring.
You told them there were millions and millions of people watching them?
Yeah, right.
Millions
Well,
of
Millie's
15
back.
people
Here,
watching.
sit beside me. We can see you. Well, Millie's back, but this is my granddaughter Millie,
Hello, Millie.
and she wanted to come on. But
Do
I
you
don't
know
think
what
they're all
Millie
that-
means? Electronics, Millie?
I think they're kind of like shy about it in some ways. So
Oh, I see her shoulders still.
yeah, but we
Oh,
can't
there-
see.
like a
there's her head.
speaker, you know.
Yeah, there she is. There.
But anyway,
Reach over.
Levi's been on my show, and Gage has been on my show. Their older brother, Gage. Actually, Gage used to come over and do woodworking with me quite often when he was
Yes,
younger. So,
yes.
but
Didn't he help you make that birdhouse?
yes, yeah, and we did. Him and Audra did fighting swords. We scroll saws out some swords one time, and they broke them the first 5 minutes. I got carried away. I
Nothing
told
like
them when we made them, I said they're not actually made to like sword fight, right? And oh yeah, that lasted about 5 minutes before they were trying to hit each other with them. So
Us kids do not understand that. Hand us a sword and we're gonna lightsaber with it.
yeah, yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, we were going to do some shop talk tonight. Oh, Mason decides to join now too. Some shop talk tonight.
Hello, Mason. Are you
yeah.
ready to shop talk? Let's shop talk. Shop talk.
Yeah, they don't know what shop talk means. But I did make something. Al, oh, where's it at?
What'd you make, Russ? What'd you make?
Hold on. I think they moved my stool. Nope, it was the. Oh, nope. Hold on.
Candle?
Nope. Hang on. I'll find it. There. Ta-da!
What is it? You made a beard? Oh, a little Dalek. Oh, so cute.
The problem is though, and I heard you say this before. Hold on, let me get.
Exterminate.
The problem
Yes.
is the little weapon that's on this side is so fragile and tiny
Yes.
it broke.
Yes.
Oh no.
Is that the plunger?
Yeah, I had to redesign them a couple of times.
Yeah, they need to be a little bit bigger. So,
But it's
but I'm going to print another one and just be a little bit more careful with it, I guess.
it's
Take
it's
it
on
going
its way to Georgia, though.
I made them solid too. I did not use any infill. They're solid, but they're so this one here is such a tiny one and such fragile that it just doesn't want to. I
It
mean,
looks-
you just
it
barely
looks
touch
tiny.
it. You sneeze too hard and it breaks.
Are they removable appendages or is
Yes, you can pull them out.
it? See, that's how I made mine too. But I 3D cut, or I'm sorry, laser cut the most of it, and then made the appendages.
Yeah. But yeah, they're both. They were just so small. But I made that I was seeing what you did on the laser, and I said I want to see if they have any. And sure enough, Maker World has these, and so I got on Maker World, downloaded it. But the appendages I decided to run, and there's Levi, my other grandson. He's decided to join us. Yeah, we got grandkids galore tonight. So I don't know
were
if they're all
upstairs.
going to spend the night or not. Some of them are. I think Levi's.
I might.
You might. Okay.
I am definitely.
All right. So we got 3 yeses. They are going to spend the night.
Bye bye.
So, but yeah, it's just they're so small. If I can increase the size of, I printed it as a scale, but if I increase the size of it and increase the appendages size at the same time, the same percentage, um, I'm sure that they would hold up better. It's just so
Yeah,
small.
Did you print them standing upright?
Yes.
Do it at 10% so it does that little webbing, and then when you take them off the thing, just pour super glue inside and they won't break.
Ah, that's a good idea.
yeah.
Yeah.
My weapon on the left hand side, I just
Mhm.
made it a little cylinder and then made the deals come out or look like they're coming out. And then the plunger was easy. It was set horizontally, being held
You
up
see,
by
the
supports.
plunger, that's the one that broke us, the plunger
Yeah.
on this
Well,
one.
I printed it horizontally.
Oh, okay.
And then the eye stock was also horizontally, I believe. I can't remember. And then the knobs that go out of the ears, basically, those were vertically. And of course, the spheres were all vertical, basically. The spheres came out fantastic as far as
You'll
that.
have to get your resin printer going. That's another way.
Yeah, that would be. That would be. Or get a new 3D printer.
Yeah, if you printed it on a resin, yeah, it would be a lot stronger than what the PLA is. I wonder if PET G would be even stronger.
Yeah.
It would be flexible, right?
Yep, it will.
In other words,
I might try printing them with.
Yeah, they're actually more brittle when you make them solid. Like you said, if you said 10% and it's got a tiny web inside, and then tip
Mhm.
it up and drip glue, super glue in there, they won't break.
Yeah, I might try that. And plus, I might try to make it just a little bit bigger, like 50% bigger.
yeah, the size does help.
Yeah,
Definitely.
All kinds
No-
of
no
ways to
doubt.
cheat.
yeah. Lots of ways to cheat. So, what is anybody else got anything? I haven't been in my shop a lot this week. We just had some family stuff come up, and so therefore I haven't had a lot of time to be in here as much. Anybody else? Paul, you got a new printer. Tell us about your new printer.
Well, I had a bamboo A1 and it bit the dust. So I took it back under warranty and they replaced it. And the replacement was bad out of the box.
Wow.
So I
And this
packaged it back up and took it back.
And this is a printer we're talking about, Paul?
Yeah, this one we're talking about. And so this one works great. It's perfect.
Yeah. How long did you have the first one for it to bit the dust?
Since November.
Okay, so November, December, January, February, March, for about 5 months.
About
That's
5 months. And Micro Center was real good about taking it back. They didn't even discuss it. They just said no problem. Go get another one. And
Mommy's watching this right now.
Cool.
Mommy's watching this right now. Stay here.
yeah, the first one wouldn't hook up to my Wi-Fi all of a sudden. It wouldn't print off the Wi-Fi, and it wouldn't print off the SD card either. And then
Right.
the second one, there was something the matter with the Z height sensor.
And these are the ones that you guys are recommending for me, right? Just trying to.
That's the first time I ever heard of anybody getting a bad.
I was going to say,
Bamboo.
yeah, there's, all right.
There's,
Bamboo.
there's a lot of people said that same thing, Dixon, is that
Oh,
that they never heard of one going bad, and then to get one bad out of the box, they never heard of that. And
yeah.
so,
Yeah.
but this one works fantastic.
Yeah, they're putting them together fast, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always going to be, but if you look at the amount of people online that talk about bamboo,
Yeah.
and then compare it to other printers, and you go onto their forums and their groups and stuff, there's a lot less people complaining about the bamboos than other printers.
And
Yeah.
also,
Right.
after having it for 5 months and they took it back without a problem, that's really good.
That's really, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that is really good.
I
So,
have a little FYI that maybe nobody didn't think of. All my printers have auto shut off. So what I did was I printed this little, see this little bracket?
yeah,
Yeah.
So if you print a little bracket like that and you can put a switch in there, this will screw onto any of that. It's not 80/20, but what do they call them little, that all the
Yeah. I
printers
know.
have them
Yeah.
little slotted
Yep.
yeah,
aluminum parts
Yeah,
where
yeah,
you
the
take that
extruded
nut and
wheel.
you screw that on the front side, and then you tell the y-axis to come all the way forward at the end of a print, and it'll come forward and the plate will hit that and shut it off. Then you don't have to watch your printers.
that's a good idea.
I
That
made
is a
these
really
years
good
ago, and I have one on all my printers, so they have auto shut off.
You just wire it into the power
Yes, and to keep
line.
it, and here's the cover, but to keep it safer, don't run the hot over here. Run the neutral
Run
and
the
put it through
neutral.
this hole, and then it'll just click this and cut your neutral.
and break the ground out. Yes,
Yep.
very good. Good
Yeah.
suggestion.
Good idea.
And then you'll
Yeah,
have a lot of printers have power outage settings. So when you turn it back on, it'll just beep and say, "Do you want to resume?" You just answer no because it actually cut the power at the very end. But in the
right,
G code, you got to tell the Y to come all the way forward and click that switch.
right. Yeah, it'll want to go into that auto resume stage if it once you cut the
Right.
power on a lot of them.
Right.
So, yeah, yeah. I learned that about the bamboo also on mine. Um, the X1 carbon. If I cancel the print, like I see a print going bad, and I cancel it, it will come over there and it'll ask you, do you want to print again? And if you tell it yes on the printer, it for some reason it kind of like just locks it up as far as it won't start a print or do nothing. It just kind of like locks in the position and just won't do anything. You actually have to turn the power off and turn it back on, and then go back into Bamboo Handy or Bamboo Labs software and send the project back to it again. But it won't resume from the printer itself. I don't know why, but it's just something that won't do. So that's just a thought there for if you're messing around with yours. I think Donna has one. You have the X1C2, don't you?
Do what?
You have the Bamboo X1C2, don't you? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. If it fails, like if you cancel the printout, it won't do another print from the printer. You have to go back through the whole thing and redo it for some reason. I thought that was kind of wild.
There's a little code out there that I just put out there that talks about it, and there's various different G codes there. I think it lost the formatting when I put it in there though.
Oh yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, let me put the website out there that I got it from. It shows it a little bit better.
James, let me go through. James Parker's out there. Leonard Davis. Vicky Rumsey. Hi, Vicky.
Hello, Vicky.
Dan Ingy. Jeff's Train World.
Mr. Dan. Hello, Jeff. Mike.
Yep, Mike. Leonard Davis.
Oh, he dances with aardvarks. Yes.
Yep. Dances with Aardvarks. Guy's Woodcraft Shop. Good to see you out there. Thank you
I
very
bet that's
much.
Guy.
Yep.
What tipped you off?
Yeah. Dances with Aardvarks. Glad to have y'all out.
JJE Jim's out there.
Yep.
Yep.
Leonard Davis. Rob Hampton. Good day, everyone.
Yep. Aussie Man.
Chris
Hey,
Allen's out there.
Hey, Aussie man.
Yeah, Michelle Marcoux.
Bonsoir.
Oh,
Ça va, Michelle?
All those guys are out there in the chat. We appreciate you very much. If y'all have any questions, we will definitely try to answer.
All the usual suspects.
Yeah.
I just realized
And some unusual suspects, Chris.
some sus,
Beat me
just some
to it.
sus too, right?
With here's another FYI, which it works with CNCs and it works with 3D printers. Is if you want to dwell your time. Like let's say you want to put a pause in your print for some reason, you can do it with a G04 in your G code. And if you put 30,000, that's 30 seconds. It'll sit and wait before it starts up
Oh,
again.
it's in milliseconds?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
A
G,
G04 will let it. You could actually tell it in the G code a G04 30,000, which is 30 seconds, and then have the Z go up and just wait a while and then continue on after that. So there's all kinds of tricks you can do with the G code.
Yeah, there's Bamboo has for theirs. They have a lot of internal G code additions that you can put in. One of them is I was reading a guy that made like refrigerator magnets. You could put the pause in the state so that when it got to a certain point, it would stop and let you insert the magnets into the places on the pieces that where they're supposed to go,
That'd be
and
a
then
good.
and then it would resume and cover up the magnets and put them
I
into
did
the
that.
PLA.
I did that with little ribbons. Would G code 4? It would stop, and then I'd lay the ribbon in there, and then it would continue and print. And then inside of it, you could take my part and you could scan it and pick up that signal, and it would go right to my website.
The the slicer that Paul has, does it do that within the slicer? In other words, stop it? I mean, how do you tell it what colors to print? Wouldn't it be something similar?
Yeah, it picks it up off of the slicer and you set what colors you want where there's a color change.
Is there any type of facility in there to stop it also, like Dixon's saying?
Sure, but they're using
Yeah.
they're
you
they're
can
using
pause
Clipper, so it's different.
Yeah, you
But
can
that's what's
pause
cool
it.
about
There's
that's what's
a
cool
pause
about
feature.
Bamboo. It's all automated.
what?
Okay, yeah. So
And
what
it
I'm
knows
asking,
and it knows how long of a piece
Go upstairs and
that it has to go into that extruder and everything. That's what's cool about that. But they're using Clipper, so them are different G code. It might be an M code to
all right.
delay that instead of a
Yeah,
G04.
and I was wondering if you could also do it through the software, or whether you have to go back in, and insert it.
Sure, because G code is G code. I'm sure they're using that too. So what you do is when you do a slice and you take that and that little file is your post processor, you put it in Notepad and then you can modify it any way you
Okay.
want.
Well, yeah, manually, sure. I
Yeah.
just wondered if
Most of the
soul-
ones where you want to put a magnet or a nut or something like that in there, most of them in the description, they tell you at what layer
Okay, gotcha.
to pause it. And
Gotcha.
then you just pause it, put the nut in it, and hit resume. And
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Bamboo is really automated. That's where they
Yeah.
kick the crap out of everybody as their
Just
firmware
set it up
and their
to the-
software.
yep, and then they have
And their
Maker
slicer.
World. Yep. And about everything in Maker World is made for bamboos. So
I've seen out there. Let me go back and read this because James Parker, he had told me I had contacted him and he said he wasn't doing well. So he's out there in the chat. He says,
Hello, Jimbo.
yeah, an update on my health is not good. I have stage 4 lung cancer and the progress is not good. If I don't do the chemo and I start Wednesday, they only give me about 3 to 6 months.
Well,
If he
Yeah.
does do chemo, then it's a year.
Right. And then if we read on down, he says that, but with chemo, I may get another 2 or 3 years. So, yeah. So thoughts and prayers out there for James. I noticed he hadn't been on the, in the chat for a little bit, and I contacted him and he didn't respond at first. So I got a hold of his daughter and his daughter told me that he had been in the hospital.
The footprint of the A1 is 10.08 by 10.08 by 10.0. I'm sorry, 256 millimeter by 256 millimeter by 256 millimeter. That's the bed
That's-
size.
That's the bed size. The overall size is about 18 by 18.
Okay, there
not
you go.
counting the AMS.
Yeah, and the one I'm looking at, and I'm not looking at it on the website now. It's a little more money on the website, but the one I'm looking at, I'm going to go ahead and post out here, is this one, and it's like $200-300 more directly from them, but they'll ship it also, so it's kind of a trade off. That's the one I'm looking at. I don't know if I'm going to get that or if I'm going to get the one like Paul has. I don't know. I'll still have to think about it. Do I want the enclosure or not? That's where I'm at right now. I definitely want 4 colors or 16 colors, I guess is what it does.
Well, mine does 4.
Yeah, you can add more AMSs, but each AMS only does 4 colors.
Okay, that's the way it does it. Okay, I thought it said that it. Okay, I thought it mixed them.
If you want 16 colors, you'll have to have 4 AMSs, 4 to 4, 16.
So it's 16 different nozzles. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, when I go to maintenance shops in these plants I travel to for work, when I see a 3D printer, that's all they are, those bamboos.
The bamboos?
And the enclosed ones.
Anyway, for those
every maintenance shop.
A couple of y'all inquiring out there, yes, this is my granddaughter and grandson, Millie and Mason. They're twins. I couldn't remember, but Mason said he was the oldest. He was born first. And they're over at our house going to spend the night. I have my other grandson, Levi. He's not in here right now, and they're fascinated by Papa's shop. They see all the 3D printers around and everything,
Nice.
So they're fascinated.
Nice.
Yeah.
Toys.
Yeah. Here's the bamboo PS1 with just one color. Let me put it out there from the bamboo site, so that you can actually see
without the AMS.
Without the AMS, yes. I don't know if that posted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even if you will, you can order the X1 carbon by itself, and without the EMS, and it'll do one color. They have a bracket that goes on the back where you can put your roll of filament and just run it into the P1 or the A1 or even Paul's A1.
It's the bracket to just print one color.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you? I think that's well worth it, that 800. But are you after multicolored? And it's a different story. You know, are you just after the speed and ABS enclosure?
Well, the color really, and this is the one. Here's the next one. I think I got the. Maybe I didn't get the right link.
You send me $100 at this address, and I'll help you decide.
That's what the show is about. Discussing different things. Disgusting different things. No, not disgusting.
Yeah. But if you have a $2,000 budget, you need to have that $1,500 one.
Yeah.
And that's not even close to a washer, is
Now,
it?
if you get the bamboo
It's the best you can afford.
XC, that's got a bigger bed.
Which
the
one?
The carbon.
The carbon?
Yeah, what size bed is now? Is that how much more is that one?
I think it's about $1,800 total.
Yeah.
We can spend your money. It's not hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what I'm going to end up doing is going with this one, which is what I meant to post last time, which is the Bamboo Lab PS1 3D printer with the AMS.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
I think that's what I'm going to go with.
There you go.
Yeah.
AMS2 Pro.
What is different from the AMS2 Pro than the one I just posted?
About $400.
and 3 letters and a space.
Let's see. The AMS Pro, I think, is this one, right? Let me post it for everybody out there.
Right.
Well,
For $1,000 that.
P1S, the P1S with the AMS is a good setup.
Yeah, which is the previous one that I posted, right?
And that's going to be
Yeah.
free shipping.
It was $35 to ship
Well,
it, I think.
well, it says the link you just showed says $1,049, and it says it's free shipping is in that because it says it's
Because
over
it's
$99.
it's
Yeah,
over
that's
80
right.
$89.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So the Bamboo Lab PS1 3D printer. That's 1,049 is the one that I need to look at a little.
If you if you don't like it, I'll take it off your hands for
Okay.
$500.
All right. Yeah. We'll do
What a
that.
piece of junk.
We'll do that.
I'll take it off your hands for $500. I'll even fly down there and pick it up.
Yes, you would.
If you don't like the color of it or something.
He'll
So now you
have
got
it on his lap in the plane on the way
so you
home.
got a real good insurance policy now.
It's either that or a Galvo laser, but
Oh, that's yeah. But see, now you're throwing a wrench in the works.
Yeah.
A
Wait a
Galvo-
minute.
a
You
Galvo
already have a
laser.
laser, don't you?
well, I do have a laser, but it's a CO2 laser.
Well, then you need to buy that bamboo. That laser, you already got one of them and it's fast.
Oh, I've already got a 3D printer. Actually, I've got 4 of them.
That's slow.
Well, yeah, but you said you want something faster. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You're
Yeah, that's really why. Because I wanted to print some stamps for leather actually, and
Yeah.
it just takes way too long to do it on this.
you cut the rubber stamp out on your laser,
No,
and
no,
that little doohickey you 3D print all the little handles.
It's just an emboss of the leather.
That's an expensive piece of leather if you're going to buy a bamboo. You can
You don't
do
know-
that with
you
the
don't know how
stuff
many-
you have.
You don't know how many stamps I've got lined out.
You can pop out a lot of rubber
I
stamps with that
haven't
laser.
shown that card yet.
Okay.
Remember, folks, no matter what you do, do it just for fun.
That's
Right.
Yeah.
You can't take your money with you.
If you're not having fun, find another hobby.
Yeah, you can't take your money with you. I'm going to make you feel so happy you'll end up buying 2 and sending 1 to me.
I'll be darned. I'm going to be buried with the $5 I got left in my pocket.
Problem is, all these hobbies are so fun. I got too many of them at this point.
Yeah, I hear you, Donna. I hear you.
James Parker says good night. He'll keep us
Good
updated
night,
with his
Jim.
help when he can. Good night, Jim. We'll keep you in our thoughts and prayers. But, yeah, it's like a rabbit hole, like anything else. You buy one 3D printer, you got to have 2, then you got to have 3. Then if you don't have that, then if you buy a lathe, you got to have a new lathe tool or a new chuck.
You should buy it unless it's going to pay for itself in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Paul, do you think a 3D printer is good enough for retro? Is it not quite retro yet?
What?
Is a 3D
Yes, it's yes, it's retro.
Would a 3D printer fit in Retro Friday live?
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Actually, there's too many retro things that are out there in the shop.
You could buy one and then take a
You could
picture of it.
You could probably run that on 2 or 3 Sunday shows, just playing with it.
Yeah, but not putting it together. One show would be
Oh, it only
Yeah.
takes about a half hour to put it together.
2
Yeah,
p.m.
it doesn't
Sunday,
take very
right?
long.
Paul, real time.
3 o'clock real time.
You buy it and then take a selfie of you in the printer with a big smile, and then I'll have something I can show my wife and say, "Look at what he bought.
Look how
Yeah.
happy
Yeah.
he
Look
is.
at how happy he is."
Come on, all the cool kids have one.
Yeah, I
Can you
want one of
believe he did
them.
that?
Al got one. Why can't I have one?
Look at what all my buddies are buying. This is ridiculous, and I'm making money selling blast furnaces. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to buy 2 of them.
Right.
Donna dropped out.
All the cool kids have
I'm here. I
one.
just got my camera off a minute.
Was
How
it
many
too
3D
dropped
printers
out?
do you have, Jim? Okay.
Oh wait, that one. That's 4.
Oh, but that's a
Oh, wait.
resin.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 counting the resin one.
Yeah. See, I count my resin as a 4th one also.
Well, if you
Oh,
count my
that's
resin,
right. I didn't count that one.
If you count the resin, I have 5.
Yeah.
So I have 3
Yeah.
big ones and 3 little ones, and then a resin. I forgot about the
The
resin.
resin's
I
good
have 2 printers.
for small parts.
You have to have that if you're building a railroad or anything like that. I got little
Yeah.
pigeons and corn. You wouldn't believe how little they are.
Mhm.
I had 3.
Yeah.
Thermite welds. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 5 if you count the resin. So
I'd like to build a pigeon about this big that I can fit electronics in there and then have it fly around and take a dump on my neighbor's cars.
Oh my God. Yeah. Make it,
Remote could,
fill it
remote
up.
could,
It's an
Fill
awful
it
lot
up
of
with yogurt.
engineering.
Okay.
Ah.
Fill it up with yogurt, and then
Yep.
have it extrude the
Yeah.
yogurt.
Yeah. With blueberries
Oh,
and
minute.
mashed up
Oh, like-
blueberries.
fly over to the neighbor's bleach.
Definitely buy now before the prices go up.
Yeah, really.
Go back down, but they're going to go up for a little while. We know this.
Build it
Yeah.
to look like the
It'll
Da
come
Vinci, that
Donna?
Da Vinci model.
Yeah.
Yeah, make
Yeah.
it look
Donna?
like that.
Sit there and fly right above my neighbor's cat, tease him, and then all of a sudden, when it gives up, take a dump on him and take off.
Very few
Blueberry
things that
yogurt.
go up in price come down. Can you name one thing that has gone up in price and then has come back down again?
Eggs, and then they went up again.
And they ain't come back down yet.
And they're gonna stay up there.
They did, but then they went back up.
Yeah, well,
Wait for the chicken.
You don't want to get into politics because then I'm going to give
no,
you
no,
my
no.
spiel.
This is
I
marketing,
got 9 dozen eggs in my fridge now that I'm
This
just
is-
calling the neighbors say, hey, you need some eggs.
marketing 101. The
Yeah.
free market, the way it works. You know.
It's
profits.
because they can do it. That's
Yes,
the
exactly.
only
They
reason.
fill the profit margin, and then there's a reason to fill it again, and
Somebody talks about something on the news, whether anything happens or not, everything goes up.
yeah, exactly. And that's my point. And that's my point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Dixon
showing it on
said,
the
it's
news.
because they can.
If they quit showing it on the news, prices would not go up like they do.
yeah,
That's what causes it. I'm like, let's
Wow.
tell everybody.
I think what causes is at the boardroom. We need to raise our profits. I don't know. But anyway, hey, I fixed the stamp that I broke. Hell, I hit it with. No, I don't have it any. I hit it with a 12-ounce ball peen hammer. And
But the ball peen,
and when I used it, when I put it together, when I extruded this, I made it a separate body, and it was just basically hanging on to that layer right there. So I went back in on this one, and I made it, one whole piece basically.
See, an idea maker, now you can go in there and make that shaft totally solid, and then you can sink it down in solid partway into the rest of the stamp, and it would be stronger.
Hi, Millie. Oh yeah, that's right, Russ. There you go, Russ. You've always been saying you forget about that. That's the way to do it.
yeah.
That's the way. Uh-huh.
Well, this is what I worked on this week. Little buddy.
Oh yeah, your coloring book tote.
And it turned out great. I mean,
Can you make it
Yeah,
solo,
that's
Russ,
awesome.
so we can see it?
Do what?
Can
Yeah.
you make it solo?
Give me a second. I watched your video of it.
That is really nice, Donna.
then we got these
that's
color
gonna take
books
some
inside.
time to.
they're great.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
If,
easy to do. My granddaughter's going to do one,
Nice.
and she's sick.
if y'all go
She's
to
6.
She's 6.
Yeah.
Wow.
how
The embroidery part, and she'll do the sewing part. She's getting a
what's the name of your YouTube channel?
Donna's Embroidery Plus.
Donna's Embroidery Plus. If y'all go to Donna's Embroidery Plus, you can watch the video on how she made that coloring book thing.
Yeah, I tried to do the live, and it's just, I mean, it just kept buffering for
Buffering.
everybody. Yeah, so I'm like, there's nothing I can do. I said, I will just record it.
Yeah.
And I got it down to 10 minutes on the embroidery part of it.
Actually,
So,
it was,
I mean, it
I
was,
watched it.
there you
Yeah,
go.
it
I
was
recorded
good.
through that. And the other part was like 46 minutes for the sewing part. But she was like, my granddaughter watched the first one. She's like, yeah, I want to do one too. I'm like, okay. She doesn't know, but she gonna get a sewing machine for her birthday because it's like an $80 one on sale for $40. And me and her, the grandma's just gonna go in on it. And so for her birthday, she'll get her own sewing machine instead of mine, that little one that she was using.
And I'll put the video out there. Part 2, making a coloring book tote. Is there a part 1, Donna?
Yeah, so the part 1 is 10 minutes. That's just that's showing you what you need and doing the embroidery on it and stuff.
Okay.
And doing the pocket, making the pocket and the applique for the embroidery. And then part 2 was doing the sewing.
Okay, here's part 1. Let me copy it and post it out there. Here's part 1. There we go. So,
yeah,
folks, go out there and follow Donna.
And if these cookies weren't good, I'll do a recipe video. I change it up with what I do. I haven't done a 3D print because I'm not really. I mean, what am I going to do over there and show it 3D print?
Well, that's the thing with 3D printers. Unless you are talking about how to design or make something to put into the slicer, yeah, it's other than just.
And I don't do that.
Yeah, I've done a few of them where I did it like not fast forward, but did 30 seconds in the beginning or 1 minute in the beginning, 1 minute in the middle, and 1 minute toward the end, where it was only 3 or 4 minutes to make them. But yeah, but not just sit there. Actually, I did one time turn it on and go live and just let it run. Yeah.
I miss the days of you cooking, Russ. That's the
I miss the cooking show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been told that they wanted me to start that back up, and I've thought about it. We'll just have to. Right now, we're going to have to wait until after. And I don't think I mentioned this before, but now that everybody's here and then everybody's in the chat, in the future, and I'm not sure exactly when, but I'm thinking it's going to be in the next 4 to 6 weeks, I will end up having back surgery. And so I will be out for a few shows. I will be talking to Al if he had mentioned that he would take over and run them for me. So, but Jim told me I would definitely for 2 to 3 weeks going to be not in good shape if after the surgery. So, but that is coming in the future. Just to let everyone know, last time or the last I went to the doctor, they did a new MRI and were really, really concerned and worried and shocked how bad it really was. So they told me surgery is in my future. So yeah, I have 5. Actually, it started off with 5 fractured vertebrae and 2 herniated discs. So the fractures are actually old, so they really aren't causing a problem. And they were like hairline fractures, but the discs are causing a lot of problems. So, but we'll get through it.
Yep.
So who is Monkey Boy M4?
Monkey Boy.
Is that one of your grandkids? Monkey Boy M4.
Yeah. That is this one, Mason.
That's
Mason.
Yeah, they went on since we started the show and figured out that they could get in the chat, and they went on to YouTube and got in the chat.
There you go. I'll
I
pull
hope
up YouTube for my chat so I can see it, and then I just close the main window because otherwise it just messes everything up in here.
Yeah. No, Millie's out there too. She has actually put her name Millie, and she
Yep.
goes hi.
Millie is very precise.
Yeah,
Millie is 1,000.
yeah. She didn't
millimeters
she
away.
didn't even hide herself. She put her own face in there too.
So raise your hand, Millie.
What a trooper.
Oh, that's Millie.
She says, "Leave me alone."
Yeah. But where'd you come up with Monkey Boy?
Monkey Boy.
Yeah, where'd you come up with Monkey Boy?
Because he's a boy who likes monkeys.
I like it.
That's a name out of Buckaroo Banzai.
Did you hear that?
No.
He come up with Monkey Boy because his dad thinks he's crazy.
Oh,
Good one.
just
I
no
can
matter
see
what
that.
you do, do it just for fun, but be safe.
Yes.
Don't they
And
all?
then the monkey I put on the picture is the monkey you and Gammy got me for Christmas.
Oh, that picture is a monkey we got you for Christmas. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Cool. So how old are y'all now?
8.
8.
Ooh.
Wow, that's an eternity.
Yeah, but I wouldn't like to be 8 again.
Nah,
Armed with the knowledge you have now.
I want to be.
Yeah.
I want to be 14.
Yeah.
And what
I
class
don't want my
are they ready
teens
to
back. I
start?
did too many stupid things back then.
At 8, they got to have an idea of what crafts are they ready to start learning.
Hmm.
Dear, what crafts are you ready to start learning?
She said Minecraft.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
No, I think you like what? Roblox?
I think she's the
Minecraft, Roblox. Me too.
Roblox.
Minecraft, Roblox.
I run a Minecraft server. It's
Yeah.
always up. Moo Hugs and me play in it all the time, unless we're playing something else.
Alan
Hey, we have
Carter
an actual
joined?
question.
Yes.
What's the most difficult laser project you all have done?
I did a Christmas calendar countdown thingy, and I think that was the most difficult. It was like 5 or 6 layers with like little windows that you have to open, and there was stuff in it. I think that's one of the most difficult.
I did an 8-layer. I thought I had it down here, but it's not down here. I did an 8-layer, like the circular pattern thing that's, all different kinds of shadowing in it and stuff like that. It's probably the hardest one I've ever done.
Yeah.
Next.
I'm looking.
Most,
I'm looking.
I would say Owl's is probably that
Oh,
robot
that ship. Yeah. How about
Yeah.
the ship?
or the ship.
Oh, that's not coming up. Why isn't that coming up?
I do know.
The computer is syncing is paused. What? It's paused? Why is it paused? Interesting.
See the switch up there on the wall?
What's paused.
The computer's syncing, so I can't. Can't show.
Oh, hey, Russ, let me share my screen a second. I found that picture of that thing I did.
Go ahead.
Hang on a sec. I want to go to present. I want to share screen. Share screen. And I think it's, nope, hang on. It is that one. Okay, share. That's one I did.
I don't see.
It's
Oh,
coming.
wait, come
There
on.
you go.
Yes, I see it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I did that one.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. They're real. They're like time consuming to cut out, obviously, but they're even more of a pain in the butt to line up. So if you ever do this, drill a little tiny hole through the center of that thing, and then don't do it on the top one. So your alignment pin
There you
doesn't go
go.
through the
That's a
top,
good idea.
That is a
and
good
Yeah.
then
idea.
I would have
line
some
it
kind
all
of
up.
alignment.
Yeah, and then like right here, squeeze those together when you glue them, so that this is a perfectly straight line. And then they'll line up pretty good. But you got to find something that's got to be a straight line like that is.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, I think I did
How
it on
many?
these outside.
You said 8 layers?
Yeah, this one's about 8 layers. 1, 2, 3,
Wow.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's about 8, I think.
I would think you could bury registration marks and something like that without anybody noticing
Yeah, you could do that too.
on your first layer, so you got registration marks.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah, I thought about that, but I didn't do it. I just put the, I
Yeah.
didn't put a pin in the middle of it. I thought about it that after I got too far along in it, but okay.
They're asking if that's an Alex Fox pattern.
I don't know. It's a mandala pattern off of Etsy.
You're not sure who made it?
Hang on, let me look here. Mandala 8-layer laser cut, glow forge, file in stock online.
It looks like an Alex Fox pattern.
That's possible. I just got it off Etsy.
Chat.
Let me go into Etsy and look at it again. Maybe it says something. Designed by Digital Gift CNC. So it's either they stole it or I'm not saying they did. I'm just saying it's a possibility.
anything's possible. Yes.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
here a while back, I ran across a pattern that I saw that my friend that does CNC stuff. I'm trying to think of his name. Can't think of his name right now. He's with Digital Wood Carver.
Sean Hennessy.
Yeah,
Laney.
Laney Shaughnessy.
Laney Hennessy. There you
Laney
go.
Shaughnessy.
Yeah, Laney Shaughnessy. And I got a hold of him and told him, hey, I think one of your patterns has been hijacked. Somebody's using it and sending it on their website. And he come to find out he had given permission for 2 or 3 other places to use his patterns to sell also, and he gets money for it out of it, but they do the work and stuff for him. And I was like, oh, okay. He goes, well, but at least I'm glad you were looking out for me because,
There you go.
I'll bet you AI could make some crazy patterns.
Oh,
yeah,
God,
I've
Only
been,
if it entails having 6 fingers, though.
yeah, I've been looking at trying to do some stuff with AI. Steve Good has now started using it to make some of his scroll saw patterns. He posted that a while back.
Oh, wow.
So
You mean you use it for more than to make stupid pictures with?
yep.
No, take that back.
They're claiming that
Yeah.
CapCut video editing AI is killing people that are professionals making videos and stuff. They said it's so fast. They're using it on TikTok, and they said it's killing them because there's a lot of guys on saying they're out of a job in that now because this CapCut AI is doing movie editing and that's so fast and so good.
Jim said, Russ, can you imagine cutting that on a scroll saw?
Yeah, I was talking to Russ Meadows.
Oh yeah, either one of us. But yeah, no,
Well, yeah,
I
either
wouldn't
one of
even-
you, but
Yeah, I wouldn't even attempt to cut that on a scroll saw.
hey, you guys are talking about AI. My daughter-in-law, oldest daughter-in-law, has got. I need to present again. She has a like a bar part in their house, and they used to live over in Britain. So they're into the old World War II kind of, or World War One kind of stuff, and stuff that they got from Britain. And
Okay.
I'm making her I don't know if you can see it yet. I'm making her a sign for her.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but I did that. They've got a pug dog, so their little pub is called the Flying Pug. So I made this on AI. It took like 5 minutes,
Yep.
Wow.
and it came up. I
Wow.
could never in my 100 years draw
It
anything
would
Right.
take.
even
Yep.
close to that. You know.
Don't show that to my housemate. You'll have to make two.
Yeah, so I'm making her a sign that's got that, or in T-shirts with sublimation stuff for T-shirts.
Very nice.
Videos.
Yeah, I've done a few things on the scroll saw where somebody would go wide, and I'm like, just to say I could.
Well, yeah, and it's really nice when you do it by hand like that. I mean, my hands start to hurt after a while, like that hurt, and yeah. So,
The same video, but with your pictures.
I didn't say it'd be quick.
well, no, but
Cool.
It'd definitely take a little time.
just like Russ is moving into different crafts that, I mean, let's say it this way, he didn't take up as a craft cement laying, for his sunset years, right? Likewise, I'm also kind of working into something that's a little easier.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
yeah, the 40-watt laser doesn't vibrate as much as a scroll saw.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
Russ Meadow said he'd cut it on a scroll saw, but it would take forever.
right, exactly.
I wouldn't even try it.
Same here. Yeah.
I'm just not that good on the scroll saw.
Plus, there's something else too. Unless you have a bad exhaust system on your laser, the dust and stuff, you have to put on, safety equipment. What is it called? PPE, personal protective equipment. Yep. And I would even think that you would have to have some type of goggles because the dust and stuff is flying up. Not that bad, but into your eyes, into your ears,
My PPE is the garage door open and a fan sitting next
Well,
to the
that helps. That's good. That's
I got
good.
my
Sucks it, blows
PPE.
it right off the garage door.
Here's my PPE with a clip, USB
There
charge.
you go.
there you go.
That's all you need.
That's my dust system right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Blow it away from your face.
Yep. All pointed towards the bay door.
Russ, remember the other day when I changed the spindle out on my CNC?
Yeah.
The very next day, and I'm sure it had to do with various other things, but I could feel in the air this tension, and I ended up getting bronchitis. Had to go to the doctor, had to get medicine, had all that good stuff.
Right.
So I don't know.
We went out this past weekend to my daughter's house for a little while on Sunday afternoon and did some riding, and we haven't had some rain here in a while in Florida, and it was really dusty, and I woke up Monday morning with no voice.
Yeah.
Do y'all get that yellow pine pollen down there real bad like we do?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's killer this year.
That's
Yeah.
something else past few
And the
days.
worst part about it is, and like Chris said, it's killing us. We haven't got as much rain as we normally would, which helps
Right.
wash it out of the air.
Well, luckily it rained rained a little bit for the past couple of days, but for about a week before that, I was dying.
Yeah, we ain't hardly got any rain down here. Well, let's put it this way: most of Florida right now is under a burn ban. You can't even light a campfire. So,
You know what though? There's idiots around here who are not following it.
yeah,
At least once a week, I can smell someone's fire going. So,
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that.
fucking morons.
But yeah, they'll regret it if they set something on fire and end up getting lawsuits and getting put in jail.
Exactly. Trust me, I find out who it is every time I smell it. Get on my bike, ride the neighborhood. I can usually pinpoint the house.
Leonard Davis said they had snow the last 2 days.
Yep.
Oh, wow. I've heard that there's several places up north that's gotten snow.
Oh yeah, still getting snow once in a while.
I know they had
Dan,
plants back then.
It's like here, it's the middle of April, and the past couple of days, it struggled to get out of the 50s.
it's I have to actually
Oh,
say it's been pleasantly cool the last most of this week. Matter of fact, has it been cool down there where you're at, Chris?
Yeah, a bit of a chill. Like right now, I got a breeze coming in the garage door. So
Yeah.
Summer
So,
breeze makes me
And
feel.
I'm not trying to whine there, Jim. I'm just saying, for North Carolina in April, that's pretty cool.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No, you're right. It was 60 here today, but it's been
Yeah,
30.
we had a
We
heat
went.
wave. It
We
was
go to Mobile, 70 down there, nice all the time. We're down there. Came back home. It dropped from 50 to 30. It was like 30 all week, and then today it was 60. So not too bad.
But then next week, I'll be complaining about what the heck happened to spring.
yeah,
It's 90
Yeah.
degrees out here.
Yeah,
Yeah. Vicky said it's 41 in Michigan where she's at.
Wow.
yeah. It's probably about that outside now because it's dark, but
I called mom
it's
this
getting
morning.
there.
I got. Do you always have to call when it's really cold up here? I'm like, yeah, I guess I do. So
Well, yeah.
I want to warn you with my sweet voice.
yeah, it's one of those things. If you don't call her, you get in trouble.
If you do
If I
call
do
her, you
call her,
don't
I get
get trouble.
snapped at. Like, really? Come on, give me a break here.
It was almost in the 90s today.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
waiting till
Dan
I,
Ingy said it's 80 degrees today in Sacramento, California. So
we got up there
You know
too.
what?
We were in
What
the 80s
bugs?
today.
What kind of bugs me about it is like I retired in January. I just turned 68. I'm like living up here by Chicago. I'm wasting another 4 months a year of my life not being able to, because I can't go out in the garage and do stuff because it's too cold, and
Yep.
you know what I mean.
Yep.
I'm
yeah.
starting to think along those lines. It's like you go down and live by my uncles in Tennessee, or go down by Kyle and Mobile and
Yeah.
stuff, and have it and get an extra 4 months of my life, back. So
Yep.
I don't
Right.
know what what
Plus, you
we're
can
gonna
build
do
a
in the
cool
future.
bunker too.
Yeah, there you go. We've got that going for me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we came down. I'm not going
Yeah.
to spend my retired years holed up in the house because it's cold and wet outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking that way lately. So what are you
Come
gonna
on
do?
down here.
Yeah. Come on down to Florida.
You're a little too far down there.
Well,
Ah,
Texas is hot, dry, and did I mention hot?
Yeah,
no,
a lot of
it's
times.
not
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
But it's a dry heat.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
No, come on to Southwest Florida. I'll show you where the best tiki bars are.
A blowtorch is dry heat too when it's on your face.
Yeah.
It's dry heat. It ain't gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I couldn't figure out when you talk about that phrase "dry heat." We went to I've been to
Oh, oh.
Vegas a few times, and let me tell you,
God.
it is. Yeah, you walk outside, and it's like walking
Oh, yeah.
into an oven. And I'm
The
like,
first
yeah, I
time we
guess
went down there, it was
guess where that's
104, and this car is turning at the stoplight, and they were digging into the asphalt. Their like tires were melted,
Yeah.
digging trenches in the asphalt. It was so hot.
Wow.
Where's that, Al?
That's
It's
too hot.
it's the stamp
Oh,
directly
yeah.
off there. So you can hold it like this, hit it here,
hmm
and hit it here. So basically, instead of it being just like this,
There it is, stronger.
yeah, I don't
You
know.
could probably get a good imprint if you heat that piece of leather up too before you whack it.
What we do is we wet it.
Yeah.
When we wet it, it takes and softens, and that's how it embosses.
Okay.
Cool.
It would
Yeah,
make a really good ink stamp, I bet, too.
I've tried it because it's hard. It's not. If
not?
it was,
Right, there's nothing to stick on it.
yeah,
like-
if there was TPU, I think it'd be better. Yeah, but and plus it's got the support on it still, so I got to weed the support off.
All right, guys. It is 9 o'clock. I got
On the
grandkids
nose.
that out there waiting for me. So we're gonna have some fun tonight. This afternoon we're playing. If you've never heard of the game Bigfoot, it is a game that you play and you go around trying to shoot Bigfoot and kill him. And we were playing that. It's pretty fun. I have a lot of fun playing with the grandkids, and they enjoy it too. So
You mean they seen Harry and the Hendersons?
I don't know if they've ever seen that or not. I would like to see if I can find that. There's this, like on Hulu or something, and let them watch a few episodes of that to just see what they would think about it.
Let them watch
how
the
about
Jack
Alf?
Links commercials.
Y'all remember Alf?
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How about
Nanu.
Alf? I bet you they've never seen Alf before.
Nanu.
Nanu. Oh yeah, that goes way back.
That's Mork and Mindy.
Yeah, Mork and Mindy. Yeah, that goes way back.
When it
That's
started
back
on
in the
Happy
Happy
Days.
When he
Mork
first
was
started.
on Happy Days.
Yeah.
Yep.
Spin-off.
Had a fight with the Fonz.
Yep.
Yep. He was definitely one of the funniest people that funniest comedians and just all out fun or a person that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, he was just some of the stuff he came up with was just hysterical.
His brain was on speed. That guy could.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I've heard more interviewers saying that he was just given the idea of the character. He never followed script.
Yeah.
He would just improv his all the way through it, but he stayed with the story still.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, that's a guy. Guys, it was a genius. So,
Yeah.
It's amazing to me somebody that can make so many other people happy can be so sad himself.
Yeah. That I can't understand that, but he had definitely had some mental.
He would go to hospitals to see sick kids and find out where's the worst case right now, you know. But he would not let his publicist know. He would not let his agent know. And it was just between him and the hospital. Nobody in the middle. So he'd just show up, and one of them, I guess he spent the entire day with a kid. So, I almost brought me to tears just reading the article. So
yeah.
And another thing about him, if you ever watch, I forget what movie it was. I think it was with De Niro or something about being in Alaska. But he played the psycho killer, and he was scary.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
No, I gotta look that up now.
Yeah, I gotta look it up too. So, all right, guys. Well, we're gonna get out of here tonight, and looks good.
Yeah, but it won't imprint as well.
We'll give it backwards.
Yeah. It has to be backwards.
Fill everything backwards.
So it won't hold ink?
Ask me how I know it has to be backwards.
Yeah.
You could put that plate the other way, so you'd have to use no infill, and then just glue it onto the handle, super glued on the handle.
Trust me, I have on that DTF printer. Should know better that you got to mirror it when you put it on there to print. And I've messed up.
And all that. Yep.
Yeah, well, it spent like 30 minutes watching it print just to pull it off and go, "Dad, burn it."
When we were in our teens, a friend of ours worked at a deli, and her job was to put the menu of the specials right on the window every day with the proper grease pen. You know, and at the end of the day, they washed the window off. Well, one day it was pouring like there's no tomorrow. She goes, "Can I write it on the inside?" You know, he goes, "Yeah, just make sure you write it backwards because you're on the inside now." You know?
Right.
She did. Only made the letters backwards.
Leonard Davis wants to know if there's going to be a show next Saturday since Sunday.
What Sunday?
Sunday is Easter.
Yeah, Easter's next Sunday. Yeah, there's. As far as I know at this moment, yes, we're having a show next Saturday.
Yep. Got to have the Easter bunny on. I heard.
Yeah.
Are we hiding eggs?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's going to be an expensive Easter.
Yeah.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to have, as of right now, yes, we're going to have one. I don't, because everything's going to be on Sunday, so we're not going out of town.
Ooh.
So
I
we'll
sense a
be
lot.
here.
I sense a lot of plastic eggs being sold.
Yeah. Yeah. This year, I think everybody's going to go plastic. I don't think they're going to be hiding any real eggs. That's for sure.
I hear
Uh,
potatoes are a good substitute.
you get a
Yeah.
dozen and split them between 4 kids. You each get 3 to decorate.
River stones, those were good.
Yep,
Yeah.
Water
that's very good.
balloons.
All right.
River
Good
stones.
night, everybody. And listen, if you're too darn busy to get out in your shop and make some sawdust, you're either lazy, get off your butt, get out and make some sawdust, or you're just too darn busy, which that means you need to slow down, take a deep breath, and get out in your shop and make some sawdust. So just give me sawdust, lots of sawdust all around me and everywhere. I like it flying all around my shop and even in my beard and hair. Good night, everybody,
Bye,
and thank you
everyone.
for watching.
And remember, you
Big
don't have
Mom
to
and
go
Crossword.
home, but you cannot stay here.
Nope,
And
got to
Chris,
get out. See ya.
where
Always
is he?
try,
Where's
but
Chris?
cannot.
See ya, won't want to be ya.